Hi, I'm Ben, Ben's Machine Shop. Now, this tape is about, I was saying in my last tape, two of my boys was building me a store right next to my workshop. It's up and I have started moving some of my gear over. The cabinets, drawers, I have a lot more to go over yet, and rearrange all my machines. So let's get a look at the store. Now this is it. I have glass ordered for my window. All these drawers to get stored. Now this is going to be my window. It's a fair size, but with this virus, places is closed. We just can't go and lift the glass the way we should. So it's on order. Hopefully we'll be getting it soon. Hi, now as you see, my workshop is a real bit of a mess. This wall was all covered, and here with the drawers that I have moved into the store that my two sons have put up for me. I'm refurbishing the whole lot to give myself a lot of room, and I'll show it in detail of what I'm about to do. Now, this used to carry a shelf and there's a lot of weight on it, but I'm putting now this, which this will be bolted onto for to carry drawers, this, and then folding this onto the wood. And the drawers will be above this little drill. The whole place is in a bit of a mess at the moment, but we'll get there. Now, this is them ready. These are the holes for the small bolts. Okay, this is going to be a shelf. Pardon me. Going to be a shelf on top. Now I have the board for bolting on in place. These are the holes for the small bolts. Hefty screws. Now that'll take the weight, no problem. They're going to carry a fair weight. So I have a lot more to get ready in this workshop. That is, I am up, bolted. Look at that, solid as a rock. And plenty of room for my small drill to go below it, and a shelf on top for other accessories. 25 drawers. They're a handy little drawer, very handy. So the hinges, all different gear. Assorted Allen screws, wing nuts, ball bearings. I mean the single bearing, not the ball race. Now I have brought my mill and small drill down against this wall. Which gives me ample room. Now this wall, I have a shelf, but this wall looks very bare. I think it could do with another little shelf. But for my mill, I like to keep everything straight and level. Now how is that for level? Pretty decent. Now you look at that. Will not fall out with that. Nice. I like to keep it level. Now this floor hasn't been touched and it has stayed nice and level. Now I have brought my mill. This homemade mill fits in here nicely with this small drill. Ample room to work it. But this wall looks bare. I'm going to have to put another shelf here. Now, rather than to start and drill holes again in this wall, I'm going to put this shelf, but these angles will be strong enough to carry any weight. Another shelf, it will not be in the road, and it'll be a useful element to the workshop. Now this is the second shelf up, and it takes the bareness off the wall. It's not in the road of anything. I'm glad I didn't put shelf brackets below. So far, so good. Now, this is my mill. I showed it. I have done loads of work on this little mill and show it on my tapes. As a homemade, I built this from scrap. It's got 4 speeds. Now, pardon me, I'll show it in more detail here because we get a better run at it than I did back there. We can see it a lot more plainer. and a lot more in action. Now I keep my ways covered. It saves a lot of cleaning when I'm working it. It has proved me well over the years. I'm glad I put it together. Now this is my saw. I have showed a few tips on it, but I'm just showing it now for I'm creating a lot more space in my workshop, thanks to two of my sons have put together a small store for me. I don't know what I'm going to make out of this. I haven't decided yet. It's 22 inches by 2 inches thick. Now it's giving me a lot more storage space. This is a length of 2.5 inch shaft, 2 inch shaft. My toolbox, now these is for spanners, sockets, or all tools, nice and handy to get at. Socket set, fine socket sets, BA, etc. I have quite a bit of stock here built up, different sizes, different lengths. Now this is I have shown this before, it's a large 3-jaw chuck. I'm keeping it covered until I get making a back plate for my big lathe. Now this is my 3-in-1 lathe. I use this quite often, but not as often as my big lathe. I've used the metal on this also, the drill. I'm wanting to change the chuck on this to do a job when I get my store and that sort of. Here's more stock. This is 9-inch, different thicknesses of stuff, all cut. These are micrometers, large ones, all up, right up to 12, 16. My grinder, and here is a wire grinding system. I'm looking for a motor for it at the moment. I have a few electric motors but not one to suit. Here is a lot more stock I forgot to show. I have, and these lengths, these are from 18 inches to 2'6" lengths. different thicknesses. It's giving me a lot more space in my workshop. I'll make a tape on my store. Now, this is my bench as it is now. It's 3 foot 2 inches, but I'm going to add this onto it, which will give me an extra 12 inches, which means anytime I need to move it to get up my press, the wheels, I have good heavy casters just like so. And I'll have to turn it upside down to weld it. Now this plate, there's some holes in it. I have another couple of plates near enough this size, but I will use this one where I will be putting my hand drill on here, the old hand drill I have. My big vise go back on, and it'll give me a lot more working space. Right. Look at that. Nice one. Yes. Pleased with that. Now I'll use this bit of angle to strengthen it up. Then I weld across. Now this is my grinder. This is the bench. I give myself a lot more room to work at. But this wall, I was saying to one of my sons, it looks very bare. So he has helped sort it out. I'll show that. Now this is a very old hand press. Brings back a lot of memories. I have this over 40 years. I bought it at a church sale auction for £9. Then lengths of steel in there. Now that's a solid brass 2-inch bar. I have quite a bit cut off it. At the minute now it's about 3 foot 6 in length, and quite a few bits of pieces in there. My press compressor sits in it nicely. Now I always thought this was about 10-ton ram, but I had it down, I was moving it over and then I had it. It's 20-ton press, so that was quite a surprise. There's a length of this here, and the 4 foot length of this 3 by 1.5 inches. My drill, now this is a Sealy. I have this 30 odd years, and the work that has done Now, this drill has done a lot of work for me in the past 30 odd years. They're a Taiwan firm, but they make a good tool. And now this is my opinion, but I think the Chinese was trying to emulate them or catch up with them, but they have a long way to go. Sealy makes a good tool. Now I have quite a lot of steel plate gathered up. I use a lot of it now and again, which is very handy. Sealy, I recommend Sealy as a good tool. As I was saying at the start, I was saying to the son about this wall. It needs something done to it. So he left me round this length of wood. I have it marked off here, and here the size. I mount that on the wall. I can mount tools and stuff on it, which I'm looking forward to doing. Now, as I was saying, I bought this for the price of £9. It's a good sturdy hand drill, a very, very old hand drill. I can take the chuck out of it to do jobs 12 inches and this chuck came with it, hand chuck, and I have shown it before. Now self-feeding, a nice handy drill. Very old. For the price, couldn't go wrong. I would imagine even when it was brand new many years ago, it was more than £9. And there's times it comes in handy. Now these gears, I fell in with these gears, I think it was in a scrapyard. I got the lot, I think, for £5. You just couldn't refuse a lot of gears at that price. For gears comes in handy for quite a lot of jobs. I have used quite a lot of them, and there was about another, I think another 7 or 8 that I have used up on different jobs. This little raccord vise is not just a little, but I got it given to me. In good shape. Now this is my homemade mill. Mood, storage. I keep some tools here. store a lot of material. Ample room, my wee drill, plenty of room to work in. Storage drawers, my saw, plenty of room for to cut lengths of steel. My toolboxes. Now the two center ones, Sealy, they are nice set of drawers, good for Sealy is a good manufacturer of all machine tools, storage, have a load of material. Nice ample room for working my small lathe. These are micrometers that I have stored on below power tools. I have gotten myself a larger bench, ample room to work, storage, large micrometers and other tools. My hand drill, now this is my homemade power press, my compressor, storage in the top. My Sealy drill, that has served me well, that drill, over the years, 30 odd years. Storage drawers, ample plate at the back, my Harrison, ample room for working it. Now, this lathe has served me well over the years. Very well. I still haven't got a back cover, that's the one I made, but it does the job. Still looking for a cover. Scrap boxes. Storage, just keep a lot of bulbs. A lot of material. My homemade fixed steady. Now, I have gotten myself, or rather my two boys have, a lot of room, plenty of room now in my workshop. Very welcome room. Now, as you see, I have gotten the board up behind the bench for mounting materials and stuff on, tools. I'll get around to that, and that'll give me a lot of room. Now, that is this tape. I hope some of you have found it of interest. If so, press the like button. But I will show my store that the two boys put together for me in the next tape, and it's not overly big, but big enough for me and for the storage I have. I will make a tape on that. Thanks for watching. Thank you.